Do you know how much is England missing Ben Stokes?
Well, Ben Stokes is probably one of the hottest properties in world cricket. He's been #1 sought after in T20 cricket. I know that for a fact because he's so dangerous with the ball bat and great in the field. So they miss him. There's no doubt about it. And there have been a lot of times when there have been a bit of trouble and he'll come out and throw the bat around and take guys on. And let's not forget, he's not English. He's born in New Zealand, and the Englishmen are struggling to find Englishmen. They go to South Africa and Zimbabwe and all other places, to even India sometimes, and Pakistan to find guys. But let's just remind the viewers that he's from New Zealand, all right? So he's got the English 3 lines on, but he's a fantastic cricketer. But Pad, my source tells me he ain't coming out.
All right, Stokes from New Zealand. I just knew Dino would bring that up. Dino, how highly would you rate Steve Smith's gritty century in the Aussie first innings in Brisbane? Was that really the turning point of the match, you feel?
Oh, without doubt. I think his grittiness, the way he plays, it can be hard to watch at times, can't he? He's not as fluent as a Kohli or a Kane Williamson or even Joe Root, but he just knows how to get it done. They tried different plans for him, having 6 guys on the leg side and bowling different lines and lengths. But like everyone else, I think he's a bit susceptible if the ball does swing. Everyone's the same. But no doubt about it, that it was a captain's knock. It's probably the best I've ever seen him play. And I'll tell you one thing, happy wife, happy life. Happy skipper making runs, team's going well.
Well, most experts, Dino, are calling it an epic century as far as Steve Smith is concerned. Overall, does it seem like the Aussie pace battery is perhaps managing to extract more bounce and venom off the pitch than the English, at least going by what we saw at the Gabba?
Yeah, I thought the Australian bowlers bowled very, very well. Now, here's the point that I want to really make sure all the viewers to understand. When you bowl over 140 kilometres an hour, a batsman does not have that second chance. For example, it is well documented that if all the great batsmen, if they misjudge length under 140 kilometres an hour, that they have a second chance, whether they move the hands or they hook it or they drop the hands or whatever, they have a second chance to keep that ball out. Once they bowl over 140 kilometres an hour, you don't have that chance. And the Australian bowlers are quicker through the air and obviously with the bounce, and they're used to this, where, gee, some of their bowlers are struggling. Wokes might get it to 140, Ball maybe 140, but the others, Broad and, of course, Anderson, they're only averaging 133. Right. So they've got to bowl these little cutters and all that type of stuff. So you need to have pace through the air to do well in Australia. But Adelaide will be different. Will they keep the grass on? Will the ball will swing? I tell you, it will swing. And if they keep Smith and Warner quiet, it might be 1-1.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned the fact that the next test is going to be played in Adelaide, Dino. It's going to be a day and night match, which means a pink ball. It will swing more. Australia, of course, are very, very confident currently. But do you see England bouncing back hard in Adelaide?
I do. I reckon they're a huge chance. It's so important to have good coaches now and a good senior player group to keep the negativity out. I dare say there's no doubt they're missing Stokes, a power player in the middle order, can bowl beautifully, catch well, and of course, you know, he can smack it to all parts. And to take on Lyon, for example, who doesn't like a guy having a go at him. So they're missing him. There's no way known he'll be there for Adelaide. I don't know if he's going to be there for Perth if he comes at all. But all in all, I dare smell if they can get the balls in the right areas early and have a little ounce of luck, England can bounce back really quickly here. But it's very important to make sure that the team and the whole inner sanctum doesn't drop its head. You don't want negative talk in anywhere, and if you hear it, you've got to stamp it out straight away and jump on people and say, hey, enough of that stuff. We'll win in Adelaide. We'll be ready for it, and their team, believe it or not, or as far as I'm concerned, is actually better adapted to Adelaide than Australia. So, but Australia's got the biggest thing of all, and it's confidence, and they're on top at the moment.
All right, interesting comment then from Dino saying that England perhaps might be better suited for the conditions in Adelaide. One final question for you this evening, Dino. How big a factor is Alistair Cook's